The eccentric billionaire Clive Palmer has set his sights on a political career. He's floated an idea to stand for Parliament against his old nemesis Wayne Swan. Mr Palmer's last foray into federal politics was to accuse the Greens of being in bed with the CIA. The Treasurer says he'd love to go up against Clive Palmer, but the opposition isn't so keen on the idea. George Roberts reports.
Clive Palmer's political affections stretch back to the 80s, when he sang the National Party's praises.
There's a number of seats in Brisbane in particular, which I'm sure we can win.
Decades later, the coalition's taking election nominations and he's squaring up to take on an old foe.
I've done this because the Treasurer and myself both have clear different visions of where this country should go and what we should do. I believe we should be getting bigger and stronger.
Wayne Swan's taxing his beloved mining industry, so he says he wants to hit him where it hurts, in the seat of Lilley.
He last visited the electorate of Lilley in 1986, thereby indicating not a close connection, but the closest he gets to it usually is when he flies into Brisbane Airport on his jet.
The Liberal Party is the party of billionaires and the Labor Party is the party of working people.
That's if the LNP would have him.
Like everyone else who wants to run for the LNP, I'm afraid he's got to run the gauntlet of a very testing pre-selection process.
And there's not much of endorsement from the Liberal leader.
Look, I was as surprised as everyone else at the announcement today.
He's circling, but not yet fully committed to a Clive for Canberra campaign. His interests are diverse, though, and if politics doesn't work out, there's always shipbuilding. On the same day he floated his political boat, Mr Palmer's also raising dreams of a bygone nautical era.
It's all my money, I can write the cheque, no problem.
He's planning his own shipping line, starting with a Chinese-built replica of the Titanic, but designed to stay afloat.
Well, of course it will sink if you put a hole in it, but it's not going to be designed with a hole in. It's going to be designed so it won't sink.
All aboard for a Titan's epic adventure. George Roberts, ABC News, Canberra.